Hey everyone, today we are going to solve the Daily LeetCode challenge of 12th January 2024, and the problem statement is determine if string halves are alike. So let's first understand the problem statement. So according to the problem statement, we have been given a string of even length. So let's take an example of LeetCode. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to divide this string into two equal halves. So it would be leet and the other half would be code. Now we have to return whether these two halves are alike or not. Now what is the condition for this first half and the second half to be alike is that they should have equal number of vowels. Now what is the condition? Condition to be alike is that they should have equal number of vowels. Okay, now let's see how many vowels are present in leet. So in leet we have two vowels which are E and E. Fine. And in case of code, we have again two vowels, which is O and E. So are they having the same number of vowels? The answer is yes, because leet is also having two vowels and code is also having two vowels. So the answer to this would be true. Okay. Now the question is, how are we going to solve this problem? So we will take two of the variables. Let's say the first variable would be vowel left half, and initially it would be 0. Now what it would do is it will keep track of how many vowels have we found out in the left half. Okay. Similarly, we will have another vowels as vowel right half. Now what it will do is it will keep track of how many vowels have we encountered in the right half, right? And finally what we will do is if these two are equal, we will return a true, otherwise we will return a false. So let's quickly code down this problem. So let's declare those variable vowel left half. Initially it would be 0 and another would be vowel right half. Initially it would also be 0. Now we want to iterate over the given string. Okay, now up to which point we want to iterate? For left half, we want to iterate only to the half of the complete string, right? Let's index them. Now, if we want to iterate only over the left half, then up to which index do we want to go, right? It would be the total length by 2. Total length here is 8 and 8 divided by 2 is nothing but 4. So we will be going up to my current index is not equal to 4, right? So let me take the length over here int n as s dot size. So I'll go up to my index is less than n by 2, right? And we'll increment the index. Now I'll check for my left half. For left half. Now what I'll check is vowel. Now I need to check if the current character of my left half is vowel or not. If it is vowel, what we will do? We will increment the vowel count for the left half. Fine. Now we also need to check for the right half. For right half. Okay. Now what I'll do is I'll check if the current character of my right half is vowel or not. Let's say for example, if my current pointer of the left half is at 0. Okay. And I want to check if this is a vowel or not. So I'll need to check for my string of 0, right? And if I want to check for the first value of my right half, then what it would be? It would be nothing but 0 plus n by 2. N by 2 here is 4. So 0 plus 4 will give me 4. Similarly, when I'll check for this E, and if I want to check for this O, it would be nothing but 1 plus n by 2. So it would be 1 plus 4, which would be 5, right? For the right half, we will check is vowel s of n by 2 plus index. If it is vowel, what we will do? We will increment the vowel count of the right half, right? And finally, what we will return? We'll return vowel left half equals to vowel right half. So if these two are equal, it will return us a true, and if these two are not equal, it will return us a false. Now we have to complete this function is vowel. So it would be of type Boolean, and we are getting a character. Let's say it as current. Now what we need to check is if my current is equal to A, or my current is equal to E, or my current is equal to I, or it's equal to O, or current is equal to U. Fine. Now you can notice one thing in the question. It mentioned that note the S contain upper as well as lowercase letters. Okay. So we need to also check for uppercase A, E, I, O, U. So let's copy these. And let's paste it over here. And we have to replace these all with the capital A, capital E, capital I, capital O, and capital U. Now, if my current is vowel, so what we will do? We'll return a true. Otherwise, what we'll do? We will return a false. Fine. So now let's run this code. It's giving us the correct answer. Let's submit it. So it got accepted. Talking about the time complexity and the space complexity. So the time complexity would be order of n. Since we are iterating up to n by 2 elements over here, you can see. So it would be ultimately order of n only. And talking about the space complexity, so we are not using any extra space from our end. So it would be a constant space. Okay. So that's all for today's video. Thank you.